Okay, so so you can see the purpose of a relationship. So relationships are basically used to relate, or you can say connect, relate or connect one object with one object with another object. So till now we have created one object in our application, IMS application. We have created one object, that is student object, in order to store the student data. Now, what are the data we can store related to our application? We can store course data, we can store company's data, we can store classrooms data, we can store batch data, and we can store trainer data. So now tell me, do you think student has a relationship with course? Any connection with course or not? Yes, because student comes to learn some course. So he has some relationship with the course. Does he has any relationship with company? Yes, because he will get placed in some company. He gets placed in some company. So he has a relationship with the company as well. Next, does he has any relationship with the batch? Yes, because he will be joining some batch of a particular course. Okay, and that is related to student. That is related to student. Now coming to trainer. Trainer, does he have any relationship with course? ట్రైనర్ కి కోర్స్ తో రిలేషన్షిప్ ఉంటుందా ఉండదా? So because a trainer teaches a particular course, so he has a relationship with a particular course. Okay, so like that. Okay, we need to decide based upon our business. We need to decide whether a relationship needs to be established between two different objects. Two different objects. Right. Now, so as I told you, the definition of relationship. Relationships are used to relate or connect one object with another object. So in Salesforce, we have how many types of relationships? 7 different types of relationships we have. Okay, lookup relationship, master detail relationship, self relationship, hierarchical relationship, many-to-many relationship, indirect lookup relationship, external. So these are the 7 types of relationships that we have in Salesforce. Okay. So today, first let us see how to create the first two relationships. How to create the first two relationships, lookup and master detail. So already we have an object called, we have created only one object called student. So let us establish a relationship called, okay. So let us establish a relationship called lookup relationship between course and student. Course and student. As we had discussed that student will be related to course because student will be pursuing some course. Okay, so we can create a relationship between student and course, and that relationship I want to use. I want to create a lookup relationship. And always remember, in a relationship, one object acts as child and other object acts as parent. Other object acts as parent. In a relationship, one object acts as child and other object acts as a parent. And in the same way, let us establish lookup relationship between company and student, where student acts as child object and company acts as parent object. And in between course and trainer, let us establish master detail relationship. Let us establish master detail relationship, where trainer will act as a child object and course will act as a parent object. So in master detail relationship, child object can also be called as detail object and parent object can also be called as Right. So before we create the relationship, first let us understand what are the differences between lookup and master detail, and how to decide which one to select while creating a relationship between two objects. Which one to select, either lookup or master detail. Okay. See the first difference. In lookup relationship, when a parent record is deleted, all of its associated child records are not deleted. Means when a parent record is deleted, all of its associated child records are not deleted in lookup. Are not deleted in lookup. For example, if we are establishing a lookup relationship between course and student. Course and student. For example, if you are there is a course called, assume that there is a course called TIPCO. There are 10 students who have joined that course. There are 10 students who have joined that course. Now, if TIPCO record is deleted, TIPCO is a parent, 10 students are joined in it. If TIPCO record is deleted, the 10 students will not get deleted. They will remain. Only the course will get deleted. Even though course is deleted, the child records, that is students, will not get deleted. Now, for example, in master detail C, when a parent record is deleted, all of its associated child records are automatically deleted. Means now we are establishing master detail relationship between course and trainer. Course and trainer. For example, TIPCO is there. TIPCO is a course. There are two trainers for it. When TIPCO record is deleted, the two trainer records also will get deleted because the relationship is master detail. Next, see. In lookup relationship field is by default not required. Means relationship field means the when creating the child record, when creating the child record, that is student record, you may or may not mandatorily enter the or mandatorily select the course. When you are creating a student, you may or may not select the parent, that is course. It's not mandatory, by default not required. You can even create the child record without selecting the parent record. Means we can create the student record even by not selecting a particular course. Even by not selecting a particular course. But when it comes to master detail, relationship field is by default required. Means you cannot create a trainer without selecting a course. You cannot create a trainer without selecting a course. Okay. Next, see the third difference. The security and sharing setting of the child object are not dependent on the parent. In lookup relationship, the security and sharing settings of the child object are not dependent on the parent. Whereas in master detail, the security and sharing settings of the child object are dependent on the parent. Okay. So in lookup relationship, child objects security sharing settings means whether a user can see whether what a user can do on a child object. In lookup relationship is not dependent on the parent. Whereas in master detail, what a user can do on the child object, whether he can create, read, edit, delete, everything is dependent upon the security and sharing settings defined on the parent object. And see the fourth point. In lookup, by default, we can change the parent for a child in a lookup relationship. In lookup, by default, we can change the parent for a child in lookup relationship. For example, if a student is there, he wants to move from Java course to Salesforce course, means we are changing the parent. We are changing the parent. That is possible. There, by default, we can change the parent for a child in lookup relation. Means a student can change from one course to other course. The same is not true in case of master detail. So, in master detail, we can change the parent for child only when an option called allow reparenting is enabled on the relationship field. So this option, if it is enabled, we can change the parent for the child. Means we can change, for in our example, we can change the course for a trainer. If a trainer wants to teach a Salesforce instead of Java, means he wants to change his parent from Java to Salesforce. That is possible only when this option is enabled. What is that option? Allow reparenting. Next, fifth, we cannot create roll-up summary fields on the parent object in a lookup relationship. In lookup relationship, we cannot create roll-up summary fields, but in master detail, we can create roll-up summary fields on the master object in a master detail relationship. Next, in sixth one, the child object records in a lookup relationship have a owner. In lookup relationship, child object records will have an owner, but master detail relationship, child object records does not have a owner. There will be no owner for child object records in master detail. Whatever is their parent, whoever is the owner of their parent, they will be the owner of the child. And lookup is called loosely coupled because child object is independent of parent, so that is why it is called as loosely coupled relationship. Whereas in master detail, child is mostly dependent on the parent, so it is called as tightly coupled relationship. And on an object, we can create up to a maximum of how many lookup relationships? Master detail 2. Master detail is 2. And total relationships that you can create an object, both lookup plus master detail is also 40. Right? Understood differences between lookup and master detail? So once you understand the differences, you can decide which relationship to create between two objects. Okay? And remember that both lookup and master detail are one-to-many relationship. One-to-many relationship. See here. Here course is on the one side and student is on the many side. And in case of company plus student, company is on one side and students are on the many side. Or else we can create a many-to-many relationship. Okay, leave this one. Let us leave this one. Because a student can get selected in multiple companies. And a company, for a, right, one company we can select, multiple students can get selected. And one student can also get selected in multiple companies. Okay. So this will create later. Right. So before creating the relationships, we need to have the object. Right. We have created only student object. Now we let us not to create lookup relationship. We need additionally course object and master detail. We need trainer and course object. Okay. So first let us create the course object. Then we shall create trainer object. Then we shall establish lookup and master detail relationship. So as you all know how to create a custom object, I'll quickly create a custom object. So go to build, go to create, go to objects. So click on new custom object, create it. So first let us create course object. So for the context sensitive setting, I'm taking the standard salesforce.com help and training email. And for the standard field, I'm using course name and data type is text. For creating reports, I'm enabling this option. For creating tasks and events, enabling this option. For tracking the field values changes, enabling track field history. And for enabling the data creation and data changes in chatter groups, I'm enabling this option. And you all, as I told you earlier, deployment status, if it is in development, is available only to system admins but not for any other users. Deployed means it will be available for all the users along with system admin. Allow search means I'll be able to search this object data in the global search, and I'm adding nodes. If you want to add nodes and files, enable this object data, enable this option. If you want to create a tab, create this. For course, I'm selecting the tab style as computer. Next we shall give tab visibility. You know three types of tab visibility are there. So on means visible on tab panel, all off means default off means visible in all tab section, tab hidden means completely invisible. Okay. So I'm giving tab hidden for all the profiles and I'll be applying a different tab visibility for each profile. And for standard user, let us make it default off. And for standard platform user on, system admin on. Let us for solution managers, let's give it as default. Click on next. And I'm including this tab only. You can include a tab in multiple applications, but I'm including only our object tab both got created. Object and tab both got created. So let us create some custom fields in course object. So I have one field to store the name of the course. Now tell me what are the details of the course we need to have. Course name we have already got. To store course name we have created name field. What else details of the course we need? Dinesh. I'll course some of course fees. Course fees. Which data type we need to take? So every course will have a course fees, right? So what else details we need? Sanjay. So I'm giving visibility to standard platform user, system administrator, standard user and system admin. I'm adding the field to the layout. Got name fees, Srinivas. Hmm? Course data type. The batch duration. Duration के data type is called Sanjay. Hmm? Duration. Dinesh. So we can take number. Duration might be in days or hours. Okay. Taking duration days. Okay. So it will not be unique because two courses might have same duration. Visibility I'm giving for standard platform user, standard user system. I'm adding the field to the course name. Click on save. I got course name, fees, duration. What else details we can store related to your course? Type of okay, in type element data quick list values and hmm? Course availabilities. Good. Thanks. Batch total. So let us create one field called multi-select quick list field. Hmm? Name demos. Okay, na? What else? Mode of training is giving visibility to standard platform user, standard user system. I'm adding the field to the layout. Click on. What else we can store? Hmm. Course content get edited this one. The state text area long. ఇంకా course content we got. Visibility I'm giving for standard user, standard platform user, standard user system. Adding a field to it. What else? Hmm? Second course. Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Okay, course is completed. So next let us create. We have course, we have student. Now we need trainer. So let us create the trainer. Huh? దానికోసం రిలేషన్షిప్ దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై వీఆర్ ఎస్టాబ్లిషింగ్ ద రిలేషన్షిప్ కదా ట్రైనర్ డీటెయిల్స్ సపరేట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్లో ఉంటుంది ఆ ట్రైనర్ ఏ కోర్స్ చెప్తాడో అనేది ఆ కోర్సు రిలేషన్షిప్ లో క్యాప్చర్ సో గో టు క్రియేట్ గో టు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ let us create the new object that is trainer object so the standard field I'm giving trainer name I'm enabling allow reports activities track field history shadow groups deployed allow search for adding notes and files enabling this option for creating a new tab I'm enabling this option. So let us select the tab style. I'm selecting presenter. So I'm giving default tab heading and I'm applying a different tab visibility for each profile. Standard solution manager I'm giving default off. For standard platform user, standard user, system admin I'm giving default. And I'm including this tab only. IMS click on. So trainer object and trainer tab both got created. So we are already capturing trainer name. So what else details of the trainer we can store? Trainer contact number, contact details. Visibility I'm going for standard platform user, standard user system, and click on this. Next, let us create email field. I'm enabling the unique option. Giving the visibility of this field to three profiles: standard platform user, standard user, and system admin. And I'm adding the field to the layout. So we got trainer contact number, email. So what else details we can store? Salary. Data type is giving visibility to standard platform user, standard user, and system admin. I'm adding the field to the layout. Next, what else? What else information we need to capture for trainer? Hmm? Number of years of will not be unique because two trainers might have same years of experience. Visibility I'm giving for standard user profile, standard platform user profile, system admin. What else? So we got mobile number, email ID, salary, number of years of experience. Anything else? So PAN card number will be unique for each trainer. So visibility I'm going for standard user and platform user, standard user system. Test create save and new. What else? Other card number. It will also be unique for each trainer. Visibility I'm going for standard user, standard platform user system. Click on submit. What else? I'm creating one multi-select list. Preferred mode of hmm, training. What values? Okay. Okay. What else information we can capture? Visibility I'm giving for standard platform, standard user. Just click on. So we got these many details. What else? Course timings for batch availability. Multi selector, single selector. Availability or available days. Available days. It should be a multi-cell application. So visibility I'm going for standard platform user, standard user and system. Click on save it. So we got available days as well. Preferred mode of training we got. Okay. Hmm. देना क्या हो रहा है? Hmm? Course relationship establish. అదే దాని కూడా రిలేషన్షిప్ క్రియేట్ చేసి అది కాకుండా మీట్ అయ్యాను. ఇంకా వాట్ ఎల్స్ గుడ్ ప్రొఫైల్ అంటే గట్టి ఇమేజ్ రిలేషన్ ఓకే years of experience on which location ఏ లొకేషన్ అడ్రస్ పెట్టాం కదా అవైలబుల్ డేస్ వచ్చినాయి కానీ అవైలబుల్ ఈచ్ డేకి అవైలబుల్ టైమ్స్ కావాలి okay okay so these are enough. Okay, so now we have all the three objects available, right? We have course, we have student, we have course and student for establishing lookup relationship, and we have course and trainer for establishing master detail relationship. So first we shall establish lookup relationship between course and student. Course and so read this point. So what it means, remember that relationship fields are always created on the child object, not on the parent object. Okay. Now we need to establish lookup relationship between course and student. Now in which object I need to create the lookup relationship? Student object, because it is a child object. It is on the many side. Okay. Now go to the student object. Go to the student object. Now let us create the Yeah. So let us create the lookup relationship on the student object. Recording now slow icon. Okay. So select lookup relationship now. Okay. So here select lookup relationship. Okay. Now click on next button. So what is the parent object for student? Course. So that is what we are establishing the lookup relationship, right? Student and course. Student is child and course is the. So here select naming the field as relationship field as course. So here if you want, by default it is not mandatory. In lookup relationship, the relationship field is by default not mandatory. By default not mandatory. But if you want, you can make it mandatory by enabling this required checkbox. Right. Okay. That is what is the second difference. You see, the relationship field is by default not required. But if you want, you can make it required by enabling this required checkbox. Now see the second option. Is asking what to do if the lookup record is deleted. What to do if the lookup record is deleted. Lookup record means parent record. Lookup record means parent record. So here we have two options. Here we have two options. First one, see, clear the value of this field. You cannot choose this option if you make this field required. So if your parent record is deleted and if you select this first option, what will happen is in that relationship field, for example, if you have selected course as some TIPCO or Java. Now if Java course is deleted, so that field will become blank. That field will become blank. That is what is telling. Clear the value of this field. And remember that you cannot choose this option if you make this field required. If you make this required, you will not be able to select this option. Why? The required ప్రతి ఆప్షన్ అనేది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోలేదు.
పైన రిక్వైర్డ్ ఉంది కింద క్లియర్ ఉంది. లైక్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ లో పెట్టిన తర్వాత కింద క్లియర్ ఆప్షన్ ఎనేబుల్ చేసి
అది మనం రిక్వైర్డ్ పెడితే ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఎందుకు సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. అది రికార్డ్స్ రికార్డు రికార్డ్స్ శ్రీనివాస్ అది దినేష్ రవిత మధుసూదన్ So if you make this field required, the reason why you cannot select the first option is, if you make a field required, always there should be a value in that field. If you make a field required, it means that always there should be a value in that field. Now what is happening when you select this option? It will clear the value of this field. So it will violate the requiredness, it will violate the constraint of the requiredness. That is the reason why when you make a field required, you cannot enable this. You will not have an option to select that option. Okay, so and you can see the second option. If you select second option, what it will do? Don't allow deletion of the lookup record that's part of a lookup relationship. What does that mean? Don't allow deletion of the lookup record that's part of a lookup relationship. What will happen if you select that option?
పేరెంట్ రిలీజ్ చేసి చైల్డ్ ఆపరేషన్ పోతాయి కదా. పేరెంట్ చైల్డ్ చేయాలంటే మనకి రిలీజ్ మీద అలో ఉండదు, ఇది చేయలేము పేరెంట్ రికార్డింగ్ కూడా. అంటే లుకప్ రిలేషన్ అప్పుడు లుకప్ రిలేషన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకుంటే అలా రిలీజ్ చేయలేము.
లుకప్ రిలేషన్షిప్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేస్తాం. లుకప్ రిలేషన్షిప్ ఉన్నప్పుడు లుకప్ రిలేషన్షిప్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఎప్పుడు డిలీట్ చేయండి. డోంట్ అలౌ డిలీషన్ ఆఫ్ ద లుకప్ రికార్డ్ దట్స్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ లుకప్ రిలేషన్షిప్. So what it means is, for example, let us assume that there is a course called Java. Now assume that 10 students are joined in the course. 10 students are joined in the course. Now this Java parent record has 10 change records. That 10 change records are the 10 students. Okay. Now take another course. There is a course called TIPCO. For that course there are no students, 0 students. Course is parent, TIPCO is parent, but it has no change records. Now he is telling that if any parent has change records, then it will not allow you to delete that record. Then it will not allow you to delete that record. Means it will not allow you to delete Java because it has change records. It will allow you to delete TIPCO because it does not have any change records. Understood? So that is why he is telling that don't allow deletion of the lookup record that's part of a lookup relationship. Means if it is in relationship with some records, it will not allow you to delete. If it has no relationship with any records, in our case TIPCO, it will allow you to delete it. Okay. So I am selecting the first option now. Understood the difference between both of them? Now let us, I am giving visibility to standard platform user profile, standard user profile, system admin profile. And I am adding the field to the layout. Click this. Understood? Now you can see here we can select the course from the available courses, but still we have not defined any courses. So before that we need to create some course records. Let us create some courses. Course, there is no data. We have created the object and fields, but there is no data. Let us create some records. Okay, created Java course. Okay, so now I've created some courses. Okay, so around I've created 56 courses. Now see here, now the students in the student object will be able to select the course. Will be able to select the course. Are you able to see? Now Mark Benioff has joined a course called Salesforce admin. So in the lookup, that is the relationship field, I'm able to track what course a particular student is taking. Um, so for all the students, I'm mapping courses. Okay. Now you can see for all the students, for some of the students, I mapped courses. Now if you can see here, if you click on my MuleSoft, you can see who are the students who are taking this course. Raviteja, Srinivas and Dinesh. These three are taking the MuleSoft course. So I can simply click on the course and I can see what are the students who have joined in this course. In a similar way, I can go to Salesforce admin and I can see how many students have joined in this course. Priyanka, Prasanna and Marvin. And I can click on development and I can see how many people have joined in this course. Understood? So, so this is called related list. This is called as related list. Okay. So understood. So we have established the lookup relationship between course and student. We have established the lookup relationship between course and student. Now let us establish the master detail between course and trainer. Course and trainer. So on which object I need to create the relationship field? Trainer or course? Sanjay. Finish. Trainer. Why? Because it is a child object. So go to trainer object. So click on new. So select relationship as job it. Post option. Click on export. So I've selected the name as course, relationship building, child relationship name is trainers. Now leave about the sharing setting. So see here, there is an option called allow reparenting. There is an option called allow reparenting. Now in lookup relationship we understood one difference. By default we can change the parent for a child in lookup relationship. Now if you see here, okay, let us go to students. Now, Dinesh is a student is currently learning new software. Now he has decided to change his course to Salesforce admin. Now let us see whether we can change the parent for the child Dinesh. This is the relationship is lookup. This relationship is lookup. See here. Now I am changing the parent for the child. Am I able to change? Right. Now his parent is Salesforce administration. Understand? So in lookup by default we are able to change the parent for a child in lookup relationship. But in master detail, if you want to do the same thing, you need to enable this option called allow reparenting. If you do not enable this option called allow reparenting, we will not be able to change the parent for a child in master detail relationship. In lookup relationship, by default we can change. There is no option that needs to be enabled. But in master detail relationship, remember that we need to enable this option. Allow reparenting. Then only we can change the parent for a child in master detail relationship. Understood? Next, coming to security and sharing setting. In lookup relationship, we understood that the security and sharing settings of the child object are not dependent on the parent. But in master detail, they are dependent on the parent. So that is why we have this setting. That is why we have this sharing setting. So see here, what is he asking? Select the minimum access level required for a user on the master record to create, edit or delete related child records. Detailed child records. So is asking what is the minimum access that a user need for the master record. Master means course. Here in this case course. What is the minimum access level a user needs on the master record, that is course, in order to create, edit or delete the child object records, that is trainer. That is trainer. So we have two options. Read only, read write. Means read only means what? If a user has at least read access to the master record, then he will be able to create, edit or delete the trainer records. If you select the second option, a user needs to have read access as well as edit access. Right means edit. Edit access. When he has both the access on the master record, that is course, then only he will be able to create, edit or delete the trainer records. Understood? So I am selecting the second option. Understood? This one? So a user's ability to create, edit or delete child records depends upon his access to the master record. In case of master detail relationship. Okay? Clear here? Click next one. And remember that relationship field is by default required in master detail relationship. And by default required fields. By default required fields are visible to all profiles. So we cannot change that. By default required fields are visible to all the profiles. Click next one. And I'm adding the field to trainer layout. And then I'm adding the related list trainers to the course. Click on. So we got the relationship established. And remember one more point. If there is a data available already on the ఇప్పుడు మనకు ట్రైనర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో డేటా ఉందా ట్రైనర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఒక రికార్డ్ మనం రిలేషన్షిప్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసాం వి హావ్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ రిలేషన్షిప్ బట్ do we have any data in the trainer object? Okay, so only if we do not have any data on the trainer object, then only we can create master detail relationship directly. Then only we can create the master detail relationship directly. If already there is the data in the trainer object, we cannot create the master detail relationship directly. First we have to create lookup, then fill all the relationship, then the relationship field needs to have value for all the records, then we need to convert it to master detail. Okay, if there is data directly we cannot create master detail. The system will not error. Okay, so if there is data, what is we need to do? We need to create lookup first, then make sure that your relationship field has value in all the records, then you can convert it to the master. I think I have written. You can see here, I have written smart. We can create master detail relationship directly only when there is no data on the. We cannot create master detail relationship directly when there is data on the change object. We need to create the lookup relationship first and then convert it into master and fill the or make sure the relationship field has value in all the records and then convert it to a master. Understood? So now let us create some trainer records. So I created two trainers for MuleSoft. Two trainers for MuleSoft. Okay, I've created trainers also. Now you can see, if you go to a particular course called MuleSoft, you can see the trainers. Satya Rajendra trainers. And if you go to Salesforce administration, you can see there are two trainers, Padma and Vishal. And if you go to Salesforce development, we have two trainers, Kiran and Suresh. Okay. So, so now since there is a relationship between course and trainer, course and student and course and trainer, we are able to see when you click on a particular course, we are able to see since its parent one many students and many trainers because student is in the many side. Student is on the many side in lookup relationship and trainer is on the many side to course in master detail relationship. Understood? So when we click on a particular course, we are able to see which students have joined in that course and the trainers who are teaching that particular course. Okay. Next, let us understand all the differences once again. Now let us practically see the first difference. So look up, if you see in lookup relationship what is happening, When a parent record is deleted, all of its associated child records are not deleted. But in master detail, what is happening? When a parent record is deleted, all of its associated child records are automatically deleted. Now let us delete one course and see. MuleSoft is there. Okay. There are two students. Raviteja is there. Srinivas is there. Okay. There are two trainers are there. Satya is there. Rajendra is there. Now, if I delete MuleSoft course, what will happen to these two students? Will they get deleted or not? Sanjay. If I delete MuleSoft course, what will happen to these two students? Will they get deleted or not? Not deleted. Trainers, students came out. Trainers, deleters. What will happen to students? Dinesh. Student?
కోర్స్ డిలీట్ చేస్తే స్టూడెంట్ ఉండరు ఇంకా రిలేషన్షిప్ మాస్టర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ రెండు
స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉంటారు బట్ ఏం చేంజ్ అవుతుంది స్టూడెంట్స్ కోర్స్ ఫీల్డ్ బ్లాంక్ అయిపోతుంది ఇప్పుడు మ్యూల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఉంది కదా అది బ్లాంక్ అవుతుంది ఓకే సో నౌ లెట్ us delete the course and see practically what will happen. Now deleted course will go to recycling. Now see here MuleSoft will become blank for these two students who have joined MuleSoft, Raviteja and Srinivas. Blank. These two records Satya trainer will get deleted. Rajendra will get deleted. The record you attempted to access has been deleted. The user who deleted the record may be able to recover it from recycle bin. Deleted data is recycle bin for. Now go to course and see recycle bin. Now recycle bin restore it. You can restore it and delete it. What will happen? Once again the course will get populated for these two students and the trainers also will get undeleted. Now see whether you got the course. MuleSoft you got. This train is also back. Understood? What will happen when in lookup child records does not get deleted, but in master detail child records get deleted. In lookup the changes the field will become blank. Now let us see the second difference. Relationship field is by default not required. Means what? We can create a student record without selecting a parent record. That is course. See here. Now see whether you can create a student without selecting the course. I am not selecting any course for Sanjay. Can I create his record? Can I create his record? Yes, why? Because the field is not mandatory. In lookup relationship, I can create a student without selecting a course. But the same is not possible in case of trainer because the relationship is master detail. Relationship field is by default required. If you want to create a trainer, you definitely need to select a course. See, so let us try to create a trainer without selecting course and see what happens. I am not selecting course. Can I create a trainer? See what will happen. So you cannot create a child record in master detail relationship without selecting a parent. Without selecting a parent. So in master detail relationship, orphan records does not exist. But in lookup relationship, orphan records can exist. Orphan records means only. ఏంటి ఆర్ఫన్ రికార్డ్స్ ఆర్ఫన్ అనాలి ఆర్ఫన్ రికార్డ్స్ అంటే ఏంటి ఇక్కడ ఆర్ఫన్ రికార్డ్స్ లుకప్ రిలేషన్షిప్లో ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతాయి, మాస్టర్ డీటెయిల్లో ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవ్వవు. అంటే మీనింగ్ సో పేరెంట్ లేని రికార్డ్స్ లుకప్ రిలేషన్షిప్లో ఉంటాయి కానీ మాస్టర్ డీటెయిల్. ఓకే, right. So you understood the second difference. Third difference, the security and savings and chained object are not dependent on the parent, but in master detail they are dependent on the parent. So while creating the master detail relationship, we have seen the security and sharing setting, right? Where we have selected what level of access user needed on master record to create, edit, and delete the shared records. So that was the third difference. Fourth difference also we have seen. By default, we can change the parent for a child in lookup rate. We have seen this. But in master detail, if you want to change, allow reparenting is enabled. Now allow reparenting is enabled. So let us disable it and see what will happen. We have enabled it. Now I'll disable it. Disable it and see whether we can change the course for a trainer. Now Satya is there. He wants to move from MuleSoft to okay. So I'll create one more trainer. I'm creating one more trainer. So his parent is MuleSoft. Now the relationship is master detail. Can I change the parent for this child? I'm not able to change. Now Ranjit wants to teach some other course, TIPCO. Can I change? Not able to change. Why? Because allow reparenting is not enabled. Allow reparenting is not enabled. So when allow reparenting is not enabled, we cannot change the parent for a child. Now enable this and see whether we can change the parent for a child. Now we can change from MuleSoft to understood. We are able to change the parent for child only when allow reparenting is enabled. Next, fifth difference, leave it. Sixth difference, see here. The child object records in a lookup relationship have a so in lookup relationship, what is the child object? Student. Student के owner उन्नड़ा Murali Krishna, the person who created. Now go to trainer record and see. Trainer record, does it have an owner? No. Owner, who will be the owner for trainer? The owner of whoever is the owner for the course, its related course. He will be the owner for the child object record in master detail. Separately, there will be no owner for child records in master detail relationship. Understood? The child object records in lookup relationship have an owner in lookup, but does not have an owner in master detail. And lookup is a because there is no dependency between parent and child. And master detail is a tightly coupled relationship. Why? Because their child is mostly dependent on the parent. And look up how many we can create an object, 40. Master detail how many we can create? 2. Next, remember the fifth point. In lookup relationship, we cannot create roll-up summary fields on the parent object in a lookup relationship. And whereas in master detail, we can create the roll-up summary fields on the master object in a master detail relationship to summarize child object data. To summarize, so let us see. So roll-up summary field on which object we can create now? Student or trainer or course. Roll-up summary field. Now we can create on which object? Student or trainer or course. Dinesh. Trainer. Welcome. I think student or trainer or course. Trainer. Dinesh. course. Trainer, trainer का जेपी. Okay, we can create it on only course. Why? Because see here, what is the point here? We can create roll-up summary fields on the master object in a master detail relationship to summarize the child object data. Means we can create it only on the course object data, course object to summarize child object. Which child, student or trainer? Student object ni summarize చేయొచ్చా, trainer object ni summarize చేయొచ్చా? Dinesh, student. Sanjay, student. First, Srinivas. Student object data summary చేయొచ్చా, trainer object? Avikan, master. Hmm. Student. So it will be trainer. Why? Because which two objects are in master data relationship? Course and trainer. So it can only summarize the child object data that is in master detail relationship. Okay. So now let us create the roll-up summary field on the course output. And remember that, okay, we shall create roll-up summary fields tomorrow. So all of you, what you will do is trailhead. Already yesterday I told you formula fields complete చేశారు. So all of you complete first 2 units in data model. Dinesh, yes, again, huh? So all of you complete these two. Understand customer standard objects, object relationships. Okay, in formula fields, formulas and validations, we can start doing this formula fields. Tomorrow I'll complete roles. Hello. Action. Class on that. Model, వర్షం వర్షం పడుతుంది. అవును అవును. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈరోజు ఒక సెంట్రల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో నేను ఒక క్లాస్ సరే మొత్తం ఒక క్లాస్ మీద వర్క్ చేసుకుంటాం ఒకటి తెచ్చుకొని ఒక 3 లైన్లు చేంజ్ చేస్తాం. 3 లైన్లు చేంజ్ చేస్తే ఆ క్వశ్చన్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోతుంది సెంట్రల్. తర్వాత ఇంకోటి చేంజ్ చేసి అదే క్లాస్ వాడు మళ్ళీ కంప్లీట్ చేస్తాడు, పూర్తి చేస్తాడు. ఆ చేంజెస్ మళ్ళీ కంప్లీట్ అంటే ఎవరి ఒక అందరు చేసిన కన్సాలిడేటెడ్ వర్షన్స్ అన్ని సెంట్రల్ కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది. మళ్ళీ ఈచ్ ఎవరి వర్షన్ వాడి దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చేంజెస్ చేసిన వర్షన్ నీ దగ్గర ఉంటుంది, వాడు చేంజ్ చేసిన వర్షన్ లోకల్, అది లోకల్. మళ్ళీ మీరు లోకల్ చేసి మళ్ళీ సెంట్రల్ ఆ కన్సాలిడేటెడ్ వర్షన్స్ అన్ని అన్ని టూల్స్ వాడచ్చు. పిఎంఐ కానీ సోలార్ ఇంకా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ వాడచ్చు. ఒకవేళ ఆప్షన్ ఉందో లేదో తెలియదు. క్లాస్ ఒకవేళ తెలియదు నాకు కోడ్ ఆప్షన్ ఉందో లేదో తెలియదు. కాకపోతే ఈ ఇందులో పిఎంఐ ఉంది కదా, అది మనం ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అది ఫ్రీగా ఉంటుంది, అది కోడ్ రివ్యూ చేస్తుంది. బేసిక్ థింగ్స్ అన్ని చేస్తుంది. మనం కావాలంటే మనం రూల్స్ రాసుకోవాలి. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఆటోమేటిక్గా దాన్ని రన్ చేస్తాం ఒకసారి కోడ్ ఎక్కడ బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ ఫాలో కాలేదు, లేకపోతే మిస్టేక్స్ అది చూపిస్తుంది. దాన్ని డెవలపర్స్ ట్రై చేసుకోవచ్చు దాని కోసం. ఉన్నారు people. చాలా రిలేటివ్స్ కాబట్టి అన్ని కాస్ట్ ఉంటాయి. నేను మొదటి కొంచెం ఒకవేళ చెక్ చేస్తాను సార్ కోడ్ సరే.